36 days since we put those in. We have some work to do. Stay tuned. Hey guys, so yeah, 35 days, 36 actually, exactly 36 days. So 5 weeks and 1 day, all right. As you can see, these have grown a lot to the point where I missed the window with this one a little bit to hang it. And that's what we're gonna have to do today, is basically string them all up and do the prunings that we need to do to keep them in check. Okay, well, keep them single leader. I'll explain all of that in a minute here. But other than that, you know, we've got good stuff going on. I'll take you on a tour after we're done doing the work here. Alright guys, so what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be stringing them using this system. So this is a system that is used by professional grower, and that's why I bought it. Link in the description. Okay, I bought it as a kit, so this is not like a lot of pieces, like 200 pieces. Well, yeah, it's a lot, but you know, you get 3 types of things. You get the little loop, which I'm going to show you in a second how to use, the stringers that go at the top there, and strain reliever for the tomatoes. All right, so what these things do is that they go on the string up here, right? And they hang down. And what you do is every time you need a little bit more line, what you do is that you just let it go another one, then you hang it up, you know, and so on and so forth. And that way you're able to keep up with the plant growth, right? And if it gets too high, then you take it down a couple of notch and give it another 6 inch, right? And then it will bend and then go up, all right? But these plants will be going through some heavy pruning, as you'll see in later sessions here. What I need to do is bring you in closer so that you're going to see what we're doing here. All right, so as you can clearly see, I'm about a week too late with these here. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is pick this one up and start to string it. Now, the way you string using these here is that you pinch the line in the loop, all right? And then when you close the loop, come on, do your thing, okay? It prevents, so the rope stays tight, all right? So that way it gets enough room for the plant to move, but it supports the whole trunk or branch that you're trying to support, all right? So very important to pinch the plant. And as you see, there's a little tooth there that will take it and just secure it. All right, so let's start doing it on this one here. So I'm gonna go there, just because this one is in dire need of it, you know. Come on, get in there and click. All right, so the plant is relatively secure, so all I'm going to do right now is lift it up and hook it up to a couple more loop here, you know. What you try to do is keep the line on the same side of the plant, all right? So that way when it bends, you know, when you let it go, and again, that's not something I'm going to be able to show you today, the plant's too small, but it's going to just flow freely with the setup, you know. All right, now what I'm gonna do is just take the slack, you know, and All right, so I've strung all the tomatoes. All right. Yeah, I should have done that last week, but I was sick last week, so I couldn't really do it. And on top of that was Memorial Day, so whatever. They're going to be fine. So, but now we need to prune them, because that too I didn't do. And yeah, like I'm looking at these guys, they need a lot of sucker removed. Let me bring you in so we can see what we're doing. All right, so I hope you're seeing what I'm saying here. All right, so a sucker, when you get to a leaf of one of your plant, all right, of your tomato plant, the sucker is the little branch, if you wish, that will start from the really corner here. Let me zoom in to see if you can see what I'm looking at here. So you see this little plant here, which is sitting right where this leaf, you know, merges with the big trunk. So what we have to do here, all of those suckers. These guys will become fruit-bearing plants, fruit-bearing limbs, if you wish. Like this one is really tall, right back here. So we'll remove that. All right, they will become fruit-bearing. The problem with those suckers is that they will take energy from the plant, and your fruits will be a lot smaller if you leave them on. And what I'm trying to do with this system right now is train it to become, you see here, that's a big sucker right here. There we go, gone. All right. Oh, as you can see here, I have a little flower starting, so tomato coming up here. All right. So my job right now is to make this single trunk, you know, that I'm holding with the braided line here, you know, grow. And as it grows, I'm going to tie it to this line, all right, and it's going to just go, and I can then adjust it going forward, you know, by just, you know, tightening or loosening the line so that it falls down. All right, so this one's pretty good. What I may want to do, I'm going to come back a little later here with pruning shears and cut some of the leaf that are too low here. All right. But other than that, I took care of the suckers for now. And again, this is something I'm going to have to do, keep an eye on every week. All right. Just didn't do it. The plants were so small. I mean, if you recall the size of this one just 2 weeks ago, it was, you know, it was big, but it was about, you know, yay high. So yeah, they double. This one here is a different issue here. Let me move you. You look at this one here, you know. So this one started bending over, all right? And so I caught it right in time, just in time. I'm probably too late, but anyway. Same thing has to happen to this one. So suckers, let's see if I can find a nice one. So you see you have a leaf branch, okay? The little suckers right here, get it off. This one, get it off. This one here, off. This one, this one, this one, this one. And same thing, I'm going to come back a little later and I'm going to cut some of the lower layer leaves here. All right? So I'm going to do that for the rest of them. So as you can clearly see, it makes the plants a lot cleaner, a lot, you know, more air circulation and flow, you know, will make this happier. All right. All right, guys. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take you and show you the progress that happened, you know, in 36 days. All right. The cucumbers are not super happy, I want to say, you know, not compared to the tomato. It's not even close, right? So this one has had some issue to start, but now it seems to be coming okay. This one has started putting those things off, you know, what they tie themselves with. So I'm gonna leave it a little bit of time, but I'm going to tie it up to this string, you know, as soon as we're, you know, that I see that it's getting to a size that it needs to be tied to, right? So now let's look at this. Oh, I forgot one. So there, forgot a sucker right here. Cut it off. All right, but you can see, you know, every point that I took the suckers off, you know, right here. All right, that's what you need to do if you want to maintain the plants, you know, happy. And as you saw, you can't see, but I came back and cut the bottom leaves to get it, you know, the air circulation, everything it needs right here. Right, so you see, remove that. This one didn't need as many. Now if I come here, you see I remove some of the, I removed the bottom leaves. Sucker right here that I forgot, sucker right here. All right. Another one here. All right. This one you can clearly see all the work that's been done, you know, right here, right here. You know, you go down, you can see sucker gone, sucker gone. All right, and that's the crooked one I was telling you about, you know, so it's not as sturdy as the other ones. That's why, yeah, I probably should have tied this one sooner. And you look at the San Marzano here, suckers all off, bottom two leaf were removed. All right, looking good, looking good. And like I told you before, you see you have a little cluster of flowers here coming up. So right here we have a cluster on the San Marzano. So everything is happy over here. All right, let's look at the peppers. Peppers are doing their things. They don't need much in terms of attention right now. They're doing their thing. They're all good. What I could show you probably that would be of interest is what it looks like under. As you can see, a good amount of roots have been put out, right? So that is all good. That's what we want to see. All right. The lettuce, the NFT system. All right. First, let's start off with this experiment here. Look at this here. All right. Not ripe yet, but you know, I have strawberries. Really nice ones too. Basil, you know, we could start harvesting some of those branch. You know, spinach. Look at that. Look at that. Collard green did very well. They're loving their spot. And the lettuce is doing its thing. All right. So we are really doing well over here. All right, 36 days. This is doing very well. It's growing according to expectations, and you know, the work that had to be done here is necessary. You know, I think I'm a week late, honestly. You know, especially when I look at this one that got already a little bit crooked, and it's kind of holding that shape right now, but probably won't feel it in a couple of weeks. You know, it's going to be probably over here and be all good. All right. So hopefully my pruning of the suckers, okay, was clear in the image. I'm filming everything myself, so while I'm doing it, I can't really see what I'm doing. So hopefully it was in focus and everything was good. If not, you know, we'll have plenty more chances as the plant grows. You know, I'll capture more to show you more closely what it ends up being. All right. But yeah, the goal of those plants is to have just one trunk with leaves that just go up. That way it will produce more fruits. They're going to be, well, maybe less fruits, okay, but the fruits are going to be bigger. And given the fact that now instead of the 3 that I have last year, I had 3 tomato last year. I had 4 tomato last year. Anyway, I have 5 this year, so I have more. We have more in the garden as well, so we'll have plenty of tomato. What I want to see is if I use a hydroponic farm approach, you know, professional, the way professionals do it, what's going to be my yield, how big my fruits are going to be, and you know, anyway, that's what they tell me to do. You know, one trunk, you know, promotes bigger fruit and healthier plant, because that way you'd have a lot of air circulation and all that. We will see. All right, well, if you like what you saw, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.